Be in the know with unlimited access to IBJ and Inside Indiana Business. Our in-depth coverage of all things business means you'll always be completely in the know. Subscribe for just $1 a week. Get started now at ibj.com/trial offer.
This is Inside Indiana Business Radio on demand for Monday, April 20th, 2026. I'm Gary Dick. Two big Elkhart-based manufacturers are exploring the possibility of a merger. Patrick Industries has confirmed it is in discussions with LCI Industries regarding a potential combination of equals. Both Patrick and LCI, which does business under the name Lippert, manufacture components for a variety of outdoor and RV markets. LCI employs nearly 7,500 in Indiana. Patrick employs nearly 4,500. Members of the Chicago Bears leadership team met with Hammond Mayor Tom McDermott and other local and state leaders Friday as the team continues to mull over where to locate a new stadium. Our partners at the Times of Northwest Indiana report the meeting was held in the Wolf Lake area on the city's north side, where a proposed stadium would be built. Bears president and CEO Kevin Warren was seen walking with McDermott from the meeting, which reportedly also included team owner George McCaskey. While he did not provide specific details on what was discussed, McDermott described it as, quote, another great meeting. Creating a pipeline of innovative companies from Israel to Indiana. That's how Iron Nation Indiana partner Luke Messer describes a $60 million public-private investment and commercialization fund announced last week that would include $15 million from the state.
Every one of these Israeli tech companies, they have to come to market in Indiana. And when they've come and visited, what they see is this, incredibly collegial atmosphere where folks are welcoming to them, but have all the assets they need to succeed and be profitable.
From the state's number one source for Indiana business news, you're listening to Inside Indiana Business Radio. Indiana, start your engines. Join us from the Indianapolis Motor Speedway for our Emmy Award-winning Business at the Brickyard, presented by LiUNA. All month long, we'll bring you exclusive interviews, features, and a behind-the-scenes look at how the business of motorsports and racing drive the Indiana economy. Business at the Brickyard. It's front-row access you won't want to miss. Carmel-based Republic Airways flight training subsidiary, Lift Academy, has landed a contract to provide specialized flight training to NASA astronaut candidates in Texas.
Republic launched Lift Academy in 2018 as a means of training pilots who might then go on to fly for the regional airline. But Ed Bagden, the flight school's director of operations and academic programs, said the deal with NASA represents the first time that Lift Academy has provided training to astronaut candidates. In addition to its location in Galveston, Lift Academy operates campuses at the Indianapolis International Airport, as well as in Columbus, Indiana, Myrtle Beach and Columbia, South Carolina, and Tuskegee, Alabama. About 300 students are currently enrolled in Lift Academy, half of whom are receiving their instruction at the Indianapolis campus. Bagden said NASA first reached out to Lift Academy last year, and the two parties worked together to develop a curriculum specifically for NASA's astronaut candidates. NASA awarded the contract to Lift Academy last fall, and 4 astronaut candidates began their training this month at the Texas campus. Their instruction is scheduled to run through June. Lift Academy will train NASA's non-pilot astronaut candidates before they begin using NASA's T-38 jet trainer. Alex Brown, Inside Indiana Business Radio.
A national packaging material sorting and storage company is opening operations in Delaware County, bringing new use to a former grocery warehouse. Illinois-based Sort Pro Holdings will take over a former Marsh supermarket location in Yorktown, that according to the Economic Development Alliance of Muncie, Delaware County. Sort Pro Holdings organizes and stores packaging materials for major can manufacturers and branded fillers whose products are distributed nationwide. This is Gary Dick for Inside Indiana Business Radio on Demand. From broadcast to podcast, Inside Indiana Business with Gary Dick is now available anytime on YouTube or in your podcast feed. Subscribe and listen wherever you get your podcast or at ibjpodcast.com.
The IBJ Media Podcast Network is the soundtrack of a growing state. Indiana is on the move, and you can hear it happening on the IBJ Media Podcast Network. We bring you the voices at the center of our economy, our courts, our companies, and our communities. Subscribe now and be part of the conversation that's building Indiana's future. Find all of our shows by searching IBJ Media in your podcast app or visit ibjpodcasts.com.